Everybody, welcome to Saturday night here in my train room. How is everyone doing this fine weekend? Hope everyone can hear me. Hope the mic's working. Let me know. Let's get on to the chat, see who's in tonight. Yes, I've done some work. A video on this came out at 7 o'clock this evening. Done a little bit of ballasting as well. I have been a busy boy. So how's everyone doing? Let's catch up with the chat. Right, we have, oh, my chat only goes so far, but I seen earlier on, RGJ Trains was in saying first, can we turn back tights? Very funny. Yes, I will be getting out my tights probably next week to do this. Stay tuned. We got Brian, Finnerton Central in. Martin O'Keefe, good evening Martin, how are you doing? Tom Houston's in, good evening Tom. Ivo's in as well, hi Ivo, how are you doing? H&H Express, hi, good evening, hi. There's the usual, the chat just disappears on me. Who else we got in now? Where did I get to? Summer Breeze, Model Railway, John and Holly, good evening guys. Who else? Maura's in as well, good evening Maura. I thought you were going out in the Raz tonight. When you say something about you wouldn't be here Saturday night, you would be having a few beverages. Who else we got in? Scott Wood's in as well, good evening. Flymo Chairman 1, good evening Flymo, how are you doing sir? He has the top and the tip and the championship hit. It's the most tip top Mark McDade. Oh dear. Cyber Trains Model always in. Hope you got the ruler. Yes, what's this about a ruler? Why do I need a ruler? I do have a ruler here somewhere. Who's we got coming in? Timber Surf's in. Good evening, Timber. How are you doing, sir? Happy belated birthday. Hi. Oh, hi. Was it your birthday recently? Happy birthday. Flymer said, oh, I've seen the video. Quite a bit of work done indeed. Yeah, got a good bit done. Really this section here is going to be several videos. By the time I do all the scenics and the water and everything like that, it's going to be a lot of videos on it. I'm trying to, instead of doing like one big long hour video, trying to split it up into sort of 10-minute segments. So, Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening Andy, how are you doing? And who else we got coming in? Or that was 2 weeks ago. What was it more? Don't you go out every week? Rob and Grace keep hitting each other on rulers on their live streams. What am I supposed to go out and hitting myself? Well, my missus isn't watching. She'll be straight through that door. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, my birthday's... Oh! So it's Hi's birthday today. Happy birthday. 21 again. Brian Madden's in the house. Good evening, Brian. Brian said he's been waiting since 7:30 this morning. Yeah, nobody noticed that I actually had set the stream up for 7:30 a.m. today. And it was Brian texted me last night and goes, I'm not going to be up that early. And I looked and went, oh, so I quickly went and changed it. So I've caught up with the chat already. So how is everyone? We just crack open a Dr. Pepper here. Shouldn't be having one really, but it's Saturday. Oh yeah. And don't forget our unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. I'm sure Brian's in the chat there. He'll tell us if he's got anything new in and put the link up. SJ Train World, Simon, good evening. How are you doing? Let me actually, while I think of it, change the chat so it's showing all messages in case I miss anyone. Yeah, so I had a busy week. Got some ballasting done on this section. Got all the plaster of Paris done. Painted it. This is still a bit wet because I've done it today. That's how, because I had to wait a while for all this to dry, and with the cooler weather we've had, even though this is inside, it did take a little bit longer to dry. and get it how I wanted it. So that's ready for some scatter, my first layer, and then static grass on top, and water, and all that malarkey. I've got to sort out, really before I'm going to do anything else, I'm going to sort out the ends here because I need to put something here because obviously this is sectional to join up with that, and the same on the front here as well. So I'm looking at that thinking I really need to put the board in here so that I can mate the scenery up to the board. So I'm going to do that maybe Monday evening. I might be able to get it done, and then just crack on with the scenery. Simon, are you playing with hearts again? Yes, I can see lots of smiley faces and all sorts of things going up. Oh, is Elizabeth come in? Did she pop in? Did I miss? I can't see her chat, but hello, Elizabeth, if you're there. Yeah, also got myself one of these because I'm going to create a little scene. It's one I've sort of done before, and I won't spoil it. I'll save it, but that's going to sort of go here. I was looking for sort of a standalone sort of a bungalow, brick bungalow, but Metcalfe don't do sort of a cottage or a standalone house. They do it in stone, but they don't seem to do it in red brick. So if you guys know of anybody else who does a card or a plastic one, because I have to be able to cut it, so it can't be like a resin one, because that'd be too difficult to cut. Oh, there's the link for the unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. Do check it out, see what he's got. Stanley Model Railway, Captain Static's here. I'll be getting onto the static grass here next week sometime, maybe, Mark. So, what's everyone been up to? I did pop into RGJ Train Stream on Thursday night, literally for 5 minutes. I didn't say hello or anything. I was just on and off as quick as that. As I was busy with other things Thursday evening. So tonight we've got the Black 5 pulling some Pullman carriages with the light up table lamps. We've got my Bachmann Class 37, which is chugging around tonight. It keeps sort of juddering, and it's pulling a couple of Virgin, what are they, Mark 3s. So I might take that off in a minute and put something else on. And then over here in the fiddle yard, or well, what will be the station, I've got my, what can you see? My A-Class, Irish Railways, Red Stripe Class 37s, 2 of them, an Intercity Livery Class 37 and a Class 24. Let's actually put the lights on the 24. There we go. And let's see if I can remember, because some of these I've used the last 4 digits, and some of them I've used the first 2 and second 2 digits, because wouldn't you know it, some of the 37s have got the sort of similar numbers, so you can't use the same 4 digits to make it universal. I usually go for the first 2 and last 2. Nope. Release, select. And also I was trying to get this done before the stream, and of course, would my tablet connect to my Gauge Master? No, it was, no, not going to do that tonight. Just going to be awkward. There we go, that's the lights on. Oh, now why did you jump the tracks? You can see it went around several times, and then that time it just went, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to do rail. Anyway, back to the chat, see if anybody else has popped in. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh, I didn't put it back on the track properly. There we go. Simon Muller Railway, the ruler is an inside joke. When RGG train swaps with you, take the mic by saying on their stream, food chat starts at 8:30 tonight on the Watcher. SJ Chain World, I've got a question. Looking at buildings for N-gauge, but Metcalfe N-gauge looks a lot bigger than the Scencraft ones. Is it just me and my twisted eyes? Well, I think the thing is, when you say N-gauge, there are two different scales in N-gauge, isn't there? Because I think, is UK N-scale different to European and American N-scale? I know there is two different scales, because you remember, like 00 gauge is 1 to 76, whereas HO using the same track is 1 to 87. And I'm sure there's two different, I'm sure somebody in the chat more knowledgeable than me will know. The Growler Blackwood N-gauge. Well, there's somebody who should know. Good evening, Ewan. How are you doing? John Mahoney says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and support Mark by liking and sharing the live if you can. Very much appreciated. Brian's been spending a couple of hours building a new chassis for his Class 31. Oh. Oh, Flymo's gone all Ask Gaeliga there. Who else we got? Oh, Duff Junction Pete. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing? Grant Salisbury's in as well. Good evening, Grant. Another grey, rainy day. What did we have today? Yeah, it was a miserable, rainy day here today as well. It was, as I say, I took a trip over to Enniskillen this morning. Got my Metcalfe kit. Got some more blended turf green scatter. Sounds good, Mark. The good captain would love to come and help you with the starter crash, but unfortunately he can't at the moment. You're welcome over anytime, Mark, anytime you want to cross the Irish Sea. There we are. Timber Surf says 1 to 148 and 1 to 160. Oh, there, Simon already knows that because he's put it in. UK N-gauge I'm looking at. There we go. So I was just thinking that maybe that's a possible difference in the why the buildings look different. Oh, Maura's getting the ads as well. I don't know. I think I was watching Jenny's stream and somebody was complaining they were getting ads and yet other people don't get it. So I don't know. Growler, Blackwood Ewan, Flymo. I was at the Kilmarnock Model Railway Exhibition in Irvine today. Lovely and sunny, but once over the Moor Road, it was dark and dingy. And Brian Finnerton says, Dave Angel has a lot of GW or N-gauge in this week. It's best to contact him as he won't be putting it on the website. It's going straight to the next toy fair. Okay. Brian's asking Andy, are you able to go to Doncaster? Todd Armstrong, Trackside Action, good evening, welcome. And we got Andy Simpson, Centre 2837. Hey up mate from Yorkshire, hello and welcome to the stream. And Andy says, yes Brian, Richard got the day off, so. You're going to need some scattering grass to cover that area, Mark. Yeah. And no doubt I will be putting an order into WW Scenics because that's a lot of area to cover. So I've got 3 bags of this, fairly big bags, plus what I've got left over in tubs and bits and pieces. So that'll be going on there. I've got loads of clump foliage and coarse turf and stuff like that to pad out the static grass. But you got to remember is this bottom bit here is going to be water, and you're going to have water coming down here. So you've got water coming down here, going under the railway here. There's got obviously a bridge here, cascading down there and into this lake that's going to be down here under the viaduct. It all looks great in my head. I'm sure when I've actually finished it and look at it, I'll be like, that looks awful. Canadian Locomotive Logistics, how are you doing? Good afternoon. Hope you're keeping well. I can't remember whether I asked you this before. I don't know if you've done a video on it, but your little camera that you use on your, anybody who's not familiar with Canadian Locomotive Logistics, get over this channel because you can have a go at driving a loco on his layout. He's also done Sparky 107 107s, which I'm not sure if that's operational at the moment because I know Sparky is ripping up part of his layout, but do check out his channel. Yeah, because I want to make one of those video cameras that transmits, so for my live streams as it's going around you can have the visual of going around. I have tried a couple of different cameras for doing it. I got it to work okay with my GoPro, but the GoPro is too big, so I need something smaller. Simon Trains Model Railway planning to have a look at Top Trains jumbo sale tomorrow as they got second-hand 00 gauge items they're holding in the old bakery. Top Trains making some dough. Yes. I'm gonna have a seat now. Oh, is it because Bachmann that owns Scenecraft is American? I guess American N-gauge is 1:60 as well. That would make sense. Ah, there we go. Pete says, ads keep popping up. Not a problem though, okay. Tommy tomorrow, Dapple do a standalone boglow in the old Airfix. One with a TV area that looks like it's made of 6-inch pipe, right. John Holly, I haven't had any so far, Pete. Famous last words about that. And Flymo's going through all the languages tonight. He must be hot on Google Translate there. Ewan says, the Metcalfe buildings are technically N-gauge, but when compared to Bachmann buildings, they do look overscale. The trick is not to have both side by side on a layout. I used both without any issues. Mark says, would love to get over and see you one day, Mark, but unfortunately neither of us have a valid passport at the moment, plus not sure we'd get there by public transport. I believe it's still the case, but you'd have to check. If you're flying from EasyJet into Belfast, you don't need a passport because that's an internal flight. So you can fly into Belfast with like a driver's license, and then from Belfast International, you'd get the bus to the train station, the train to Derry, and then the bus from Derry to Donegal. But if you get as far as Derry, I'll come and pick you up. SJ Train Road says, Simon, stupid me timber. I bought like 6-8 buildings to Scenecraft and didn't notice the size difference before I had them in my hand. It's Clive Newen. Oh yeah, Clive Newen Railway. I was watching your video earlier on, Clive, on the latest shed update. I actually gave you a mention in the video I just done, because I was watching it as I was painting this. McGarville Studios, good evening. Welcome. How are you doing, mate? Everyone's saying hello to everyone. We are going to catch class 37. Right, the rail car stopped again. Right, I'll see if I can catch up on the chat, and then I'm going to give that track a good clean, because it seems to be stopping in the same spot all the time. Yeah, I'm healthy. A little stressed, trying to get a package out to Boston so I can get the third layout up online. No problem. I'd like to shout anybody out, Canadian Locomotive Logistics, which I can't actually remember your name. Sorry, I am terrible with names. Jerry BVR, good evening. How are you doing? Simon SJ, thank you, Ian. I'm already 150 quid into seeing craft buildings. I'm thinking about selling them again. Dave Snyder, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Presumably you don't need a passport on the train. No. Stress spelled backwards is desserts. It's Darren. I'll try and remember that, Darren, but I am terrible with names, trying to remember people's names. I even get my own kids mixed up sometimes, and I get shouted at. That's handed out, not renewed my passport in years. Yeah, just check it, because sometimes I know with Ryanair, even if it's internal, they'll only accept a passport as ID. But EasyJet used to, because I travelled a few times, just driver's license between Bristol and what they call the mainland, or between Belfast and the mainland. Yeah, and I think you can also use it if you're coming over by ferry, because you got to remember the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England are what they call the CTA, the Common Travel Area. So there's special things that exist between the Republic and predates all the EU stuff. Let's not open that can of worms. Aaron says, I'll be right back at the UPS store. Brian doesn't have a passport. John, I haven't even got a passport. I don't know why they tried to hide that message, John. Well, Sarah hasn't got a driver's license, right? So, as John and Holly say, smuggler in the country in a suitcase. Does Ryanair still give you a scarf when you fly to keep your neck warm dusting crops? It's fun. Yes, good old Ryanair. I've flown with them so many times. Armitage Road, Pete, good evening. How are you doing? I've got a diplomatic passport, the only way to let me back into Denmark again. Anyway, I'm going to put my phone down a minute, so I want to give this track a good clean. I'll probably have to give the wheels on that rail bus a bit of a clean as well, because it's been a while. And I was fumbling around trying to find my track tester, and I can't find it. I've got a feeling it fell out of the box I usually keep it in, and it's probably in the bottom of another box. So I'm going to have to try and find that, dig that out, because I'm wondering if this track is just going dead where it's, because again, this track isn't wired up properly. Oh wow, that's a lot of dirt. So it might be when it gets to this point, it's putting a pressure on the, obviously it was dirt then, because it's working away now. Yeah, there was a good bit of dirt on that. Yeah, see, I was going to say I won't stop until I turn my back on it, but oh, actually those wheels do look a little bit dirty. Everything's derailing tonight. I noticed the 37 is jumping the tracks, but when it gets around to the point, it re-rails itself. Sorry, I find it difficult to talk and do something at the same time. Yeah, those wheels are actually quite dirty, so let's just put that running around a minute without the trailer. Just see how that goes. I've got my phone, let that whiz around a couple. Oh, no, and it stops. Set out to Pete. I would probably use EasyJet or someone else. Wouldn't use Ryanair. See, Ryanair aren't that bad. They have a bad reputation, but you pay your money, they get you there. Jerry BVR, for those that asked, I'm good. Just a bit busy on Saturday night, so this will be a flying visit, even without Ryanair. Summer Breeze, that's John and Holly. Thank you for the kind comments on the video, Pete, and the support means a lot to us. We're always such a great community here, helping people out and leaving nice comments. That's why I'd like doing these lives, chatting with you guys, even though it can be a one-way conversation. See, now I've cleaned the wheels, it's not running properly at all. Now it's not stopping there, it's stopping everywhere else. Do you just love model railways? Flying was asking, do you get the diplomatic bag with that, SJ? Lots of railway goodies in that for the club room. Oh, excuse me. If she's small in height, Mark, you could go out that quick. SJ Chain Road, John, I forgot to leave a comment on your video, but it looks good with the third rail loop. You can almost become a boat person, Simon. See, I don't know if that's coming across on the video, but that 37 is juddering. And it's been doing that for a while, and it just doesn't seem to be oh, it's not responding. Stop. Okay. I've told it to stop, but it hasn't. Right, here we go. SJ Chamber of Plymouth, yes sir. I never get checked, only the police check me when I get stopped because my driver's license is from Legoland. It's a better take on printing your own license. Yeah, I'd sorted out car insurance a couple of weeks ago, and because I've got an English UK license, which doesn't have the paper part anymore, and was getting insurance in Northern Ireland, which they still do have the paper part of the Northern Irish license. I'd send in my license, and then they kept asking for the paper part, and I was saying, I don't have a paper part anymore, they abolished it. Oh no, they still have a paper. I said, I've got an English license. Eventually got through to someone who went, oh yeah, you don't have to send it in because you've got an English license. Thank you. SJ Chain Road, I'm flying with Ryanair for Ali Pali. 41 for a return is just stupid cheap. Yeah. Thanks, Ryan. I had to do a few retakes. Just kept getting derailments. It worked fine before the video as well. And Pete says, thank you for your nice comments on my new video. I did watch a video of yours recently, Pete. I can't remember whether I commented or not. Because a lot of the time I'm watching videos on my TV because I'm in here working and I've got them on the TV that's up there that I'm pointing out that you can't see. I'm going to take this off. Yes, I know I'm using the old hand of God, but so I don't comment because obviously you can't comment when you're watching on the TV. Right, that is the Class 24. Right, well I haven't ran this yet around, so this will be a test now to see how this gets on with the joints. Leslie Gilpin Railways, good evening Leslie, how are you doing? I flew a Ryanair to NEC last November, return flight with checked bag, 70 quid. Yeah. I always tend to fly with EasyJet, purely because I usually fly from Belfast, which is closer to me than Dublin. Ryanair flies from Knock, but it's not always suitable. They don't always fly the routes that I actually want. Oh. Well, that's clever. It re-railed itself. So let me go around there and just see where that derailed. I think it was probably on this joint here. No? Oh, well, that's not good. It derailed on the curve. Now that could be purely down to, because I just cleaned, this has been ballasted and I just cleaned it off. I didn't actually vacuum it to pick up any loose ballast, so it could be a bit of loose ballast that's just catching the flange. Let's see if I can see where exactly it is derailing when it comes around next. I heard about the fuss with Ryanair and Elon Musk giving away free Starlink. Yeah, they had a bit of a Twitter or X spat, which I thought was quite funny. Right. Needs to be around there somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of gravel there. As I say, I ballasted this, I didn't vacuum it. I just cleaned the top of the rails off to get the glue off. So I think it just needs a bit of a run of a screwdriver around there just to get the little bits of ballast that are stuck. So I think that's what's causing it to derail. Oh, it didn't derail that time. Started riding the rails though. Oh, what is that? Right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Strange surging by the 37. Yeah. It's always the way when the camera comes on. Yeah, it's the curse of the camera and the live stream. Like, wheel back-to-back check required. Yep, that could be it. O'Leary's right. None of his customers would pay extra for Wi-Fi. No, they wouldn't, because he had put Wi-Fi on the planes before, and it didn't work out. Nobody paid for it, so he didn't bother doing it anymore. I'm like, why would you pay for? Most of his flights are only an hour. Why would you want Wi-Fi for an hour? Ryanair enjoyed all the, yeah. Oh, he's a devil for the free publicity, old Michael O'Leary. There's a link for the train chat shop. Don't forget to check it out. Nearly finished removing supports from a 3D print. 2-head supports are stubborn. Did you see the video from Little Wicked Railway with that resin printer he got? Right, I'm going to have to do something about this because this is just getting annoying now. So let's find a little screwdriver. Nope. Why is it the train always comes along when you're trying to re-rail something? Of course, it could be the back-to-backs on that. It's come off completely now. Right, let's let that go around again. Yeah, there's a little bit of glue. I can feel it on the side of the rails. Oh, now it's derailed up there. Of course, it could be the back-to-backs as well, needs adjusting. Oh, no, right, okay. All right. Let's give up on the Class 24. Oh, its wheels are filthy as well, that doesn't help. And let's see with... $3,750, I think that is. Right, let's see how that gets on going around. Excuse me while I blow my nose. Right, let's go back to the chat and wait for the derailment sound. Where was I? I have 2 Class 37s which do the same. Hi Pete, HR, I've watched a part of your video, we'll finish it over the weekend. I can all imagine, Maura, and the man doesn't mind what insults get thrown at him. No, it's just water off a duck's back, he laughs about it and thinks, I'm getting loads of free publicity. Right, let me sit down and catch up with the chat. I wonder what the Americans at Amherst are making of Dawn Quest. Oh, is she over there, is she? I'm watching on the phone, so just listening. All right, Leslie. Thanks for tuning in. Still need to scrape off the rest. More. He's very thick-skinned. Yes, indeed he is. Absolutely, Mark. I think the locals know they have an audience and decide not to play ball. Yeah. When you've got a few gold bricks in the bank, you can afford it, Maura. Yeah. I think the history of it, when he was taken on by Mr. Ryan as an accountant, to save the airline and sort it out, his advice to Mr. Ryan at the time was to shut it down, and he said no. So then Michael O'Leary worked at it, and it's the thriving business that it is now. Even though Musk is the richest man in the world, I don't think he'd have enough money to buy Ryanair. So I think it's valued at something like 50 to 60 billion, something like that. Tom says, I got caught out by the paper and plastic license when it started, ended up in Heathrow expecting a budget hire car, no hire car without both parts, paper and paper part at home. Your car helped me out, yeah. Ryan says, I'm glad I'm not the only one with derailment issues. A friend of mine has just returned home to Scotland after spending Xmas with me. He normally pays €15 each way. Sounds like a fish play out of place, maybe. Yeah, I've had a look. I think what it is where I've glued it. Some of the glue is along the side of the rails, and it just needs a good clean. Plus the wheels on the 24 need cleaning, and I've checked the back-to-backs. Is there a way of closing up the big gap in a Pico crossover frog? Oh, I don't know. Find some of mine, re-rail over crossing. Yeah. I think if I have problems with the joints with some locos, because I actually thought it was the joint where it was derailing, but it wasn't. It was around the curve, so I think that's purely down to the ballasting. But I know some of them don't like the joints. What I'll probably put in is some check rails to try and keep them from derailing, or to put them back on the tracks if they do derail. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Yeah, it's Gerald Ratner. John Holly, I had main issues on a diamond crossing, so I've now removed that from the layout. Where was... I was in a live stream. Whose live stream was I in? And Charlie Chadwick came in, and he was saying that's the only bit of track he has trouble with, the diamond crossings. Whose live stream was it? It was only recently as well. I think it's a minimum, Brian, if it's a loss of current, a bit of copper tape in the gap as far as you can go before having to cut it to avoid shorts, yeah. Mark, listen to Flymo, could it be a bad fish plate? It's the same spot every time. No, there's actually no fish plate where it's derailing. It is purely that where I've just ballasted it, because obviously I haven't vacuumed it. And all I've done is cleaned the rails off to get it working tonight, and of course the other locos went around it with no problem. So I think it's just the flanges are a bit more sensitive, and the back-to-back might be a bit more sensitive on the 24, because that 37 is going around fine now. Oh, I've said it now. Well, there are enough routes over 1 hour in Ryanair. Well, yeah, I suppose there is. Of course, I'm just thinking I do quick hops across the Irish Sea, which is only less than an hour. And the wagon wheels fall in the hole and derail. Ah, there comes the jackhammer. The resin printer set Rob showed. Yeah, I did have a look at the price, and like for the box with the ultraviolets for setting it, and I thought the thing for washing it was a bit unnecessary. Like, you just put it in some IPA and swish it around. You don't need a box that's going to vibrate, and you can make up your own light box to cure it. And he says, nothing wrong with my plates of fish. Just Googled it, and yes, in theory you can travel from England to Ireland without a passport, just need photo ID, but you need to check with the carrier as well, as some insist that you have a passport. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because some carriers will only accept the passport as ID. The fish plates all in place, Margaret. Yeah, the fish plates are all in place. Scott Wood, photo ID is my problem. No passport, and my driver license is still paper. Sounds like you got someone on the rack, Mark. I wouldn't be surprised if the international carriers need the passports. Yeah. Straight train word, Andy, what day are you going to Ali Pali, or is it not settled yet? He said usually on the Saturday. When is Ali Pali on? God, the YouTube censorship is doing overtime tonight. Why, what's being censored, Jerry? With this being Saturday live, will the food chat still be at 8:30? We can still have our food chat, guys. Was it Saturday? Is everyone? Oh, it's not 8:30 yet, but is everybody having takeaways? Well, Simon sent me a photo. Ooh. I do like the weathering on that, Simon. It's nice subtle weathering. It's not over the top. Let me just show this is what Simon's just sent through. Oh. Now, of course, I've lost my chat. Where was I? Right, I've lost my chat now, so I'll have to... Simon says, I sent you a photo to show everyone the Class 37. Shockingly, it stopped when it wasn't meant to. Ah. Chris, Valley 56, come in. And I should have said this at the beginning, but hi to anybody who's lurking in the background there, and anybody I've missed in the chat. Hello, just put your name in again if I've missed you. Brian's just finished his chicken dinner. Is there an easy way to make a radius curve template so you can plan a curve without having to lay track? That's from David Green. I would probably download AnyRail, make out the curve that you want on AnyRail, which radius you want, and then you can print it out. And I think you can do it for up to 25 pieces on the free version of AnyRail. AnyRail is a bit of software. Google it, download it, and then you could print out the paper bit of that. Failing that, I know Pico do paper printouts for their points and things like that. Do they do any for their curves on their website? Duff Jones thumbed up. Everyone thumbs me up. Everyone hit the like button, please. As Clive says, you can print scale drawings, any of the Pico track. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether, Clive, you could do the curves and that. I know you can do. They've got the points and everything. I think that Ali Pali is the 21st, 22nd of March. Unfortunately, it clashes with an event at the Bluebell Railway, so I am working on the Saturday. I will be able to go to the I will be going to the Bluebell on the Sunday. It is the Cayley and Worth Railway on the same weekend. Any rail version lets you have up to 50 pieces free of charge. And AnyRail you can print 1-to-1. Yeah. Right. That's right. I'm going to get rid of that heart button. Right. This is just annoying when I'm trying to read the chat. It's stuck down in the corner. Clive says you have to hunt around for some of their info. Their site is not. Yeah, I've also found the Pico site is not the greatest, but it is there somewhere. Simon says Placido Pally is on the week before Model Rail Scotland this year. So see, Clive, they do have the track. Yep. Of course, you have the track setters you can buy for the curves. West Hill Wagon Works do a plastic version of the track setters, and I think when I bought them, I think they were 25 quid, but they came with a lot more radiuses, or radii. That's them there. You get a whole set. But as I say, probably your best bet is AnyRail. Make the curve up on AnyRail on your PC, and then you can print it off. And then you've got the template. Still putting the hearts in, Simon, huh? Simon pushing the button again. Yeah, I think Simon always pushes people's buttons. Oh, that's a bummer, Simon. I would like to visit the Kegley and Worth Valley as well. Joanne Swanswell, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Greetings, Mark, and to everyone watching. Just finished a rump steak on the barbecue and jumped on on the stream. Oh, rump steak on the barbecue. There is something about doing steaks on the barbecues that just take it to the next level. You know, you can get a nice steak, but you put it on the barbecue. Oh. Simon says, my plan is to visit the Kegley and Worth Valley Railway for the gala. And then travelling straight to Scotland. Joshua W6 Gaming's in. Good evening, Joshua. How are you doing? All those people who joined, don't forget to hit the like button for me and share the stream and put your questions in the chat and I'll try and answer them for you. So David Green, I hope we've answered the question for you. I hope you've got a solution there. Maybe if you can't download any rail, if you Google PECO, that's PECO, track templates, you might be able to find them in their images under Google Images or something like that. Because they should have templates for their first, second, third, and fourth radius. Jerry Beaver, I have to head off now. We'll have to catch up later. Night, night. All have a great weekend. You take care, Jerry. Have a good night. Right, that's that Dr. Pepper finished. I've got a Sprite Zero for next. Keep me going for another hour. Besides Brian and Simon, you think I learned my lesson about pressing the heart button when Rob put me on top of the layout in the naughty corner? Right, on the top level there, we've got Rail Bus 18, which is a County Donegal rail car, and it seems to be going around. Touch wood. So gave the track a clean, gave the wheels a clean. That seems to be running a lot better now. And we've got 37 Red Stripe pulling 2 Virgin coaches there. That's 37506. And we've got a Black 5 44726 pulling some Pullman coaches with the light up table lamps in it. This one here, which I'd never actually seen one of them before, and I came across it at a show somewhere. I think somebody was selling it, but it's actually the bar coach. So it's actually inside, it's got a bar, and whoever had it before me put some people stood up in the bar. So the bar's got lights and everything on it. Simon says to the other Simon, so SJJ and World Simon, you are the naughty one, Simon. We all know. Naughty, naughty. Oh, Hi's off as well, heading out. And out to celebrate your birthday now, Hi. So happy birthday, Hi. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And Mark says, sounds good, Simon. I have the weekend off when Model Road Scotland is on. Just need the money to get there. Yeah, we all need the money, don't we? Yeah. So, well, my missus done the banking the other night, and I presume the credit card statement would have come through for the stuff I got in Modeller's Corner after Christmas, and I didn't get shouted at. Either that or it's not on this month's statement and it'll be next month. So, yeah, so you can see the layout is actually a bit of a mess tonight because obviously I've been working on it. I had the stuff out for doing the ballasting. I've had paint out to paint this section here. Going to be doing a bit more work on it now next week. So I need to sort out the ends, which is something I should have done first, but I didn't think of it at the time. So I need to do the ends here and the front, and then probably have to redo the ends and the front bit just to marry it up with the bits of wood I'm going to put in, and then trim back here a little bit, do some more of the blended turf as my base layer. I always use blended turf as a base layer. I don't go with the shorter 2mm static grass. I like to have this as a base layer and then put the static grass on top of it. Oh, there's a link to Hi's channel. Do check it out. Hope you still kept the sofa in the room. Yeah, it's still here. I'm going to try and get out. My boy's back from uni tomorrow, and my other daughter will be here, so hopefully we'll get it lifted out of here, because then I still need to pull this layout about a foot this way, so I can get the screen that's over there onto the desk. Mark, so you don't know if you still have plus point on her account? Yeah. Mark, what make was the 24? It was Sutton. It's a lovely model. Sound. Quite a bit of weight to it. It is really a nice model. Gary's in. Good evening, Gary. That's Leicester Station TMD. Good evening. Everyone saying hello to Gary. There's Hermitage Roads Pete's channel. Check it out. Give him a sub. Has anybody come across any new channels out there that we probably haven't heard of or come across that you find interesting that you can share with us? I know I have, but can I think of what they are? No. I know they've popped up in my recommended, as along with other random stuff that YouTube seems to think that I would like. Where's the little one in the middle gone? This upper level, Pete? Yeah, the Railcar 18's going around. Do you mean the little, that one there, the little Railcar 4? Because at the moment, I have got, you can see, just going around the side now, past the loop, I got Railcar 18 going around. Is that the one you meant, Pete? Food chat, oh, it's 8:30. I just noticed that we've hit 70 subscribers. I remember when we had 5. Well done. I remember when I got my first subscribers. That wasn't me. Obviously, I had another thing and got my family to subscribe, but when I started getting people to subscribe, it was strange. Oh, he said foot chat. Okay. Is that what we do on Saturdays when we do a live? We have foot chat instead of food chat. David Scott Rose in Canada, he did a competition last night. I took not long after you. What's with the messages being held? I haven't seen any messages being held. Sometimes YouTube will see something and go, hold it, but I haven't seen any at the minute. Does everyone know Leopard's Tail? He's come into here a few times, I think. Oh. There's been a few suggestions for me on YouTube. Raymond Legs, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Simon Foot chat is a bit bizarre. Raymond says, waffles, creme fraiche, and syrup. Printable track templates on eBay. Oh, there we go. Never heard of Sutton's models. Yeah, it is Sutton's, isn't it? I don't know if they're still in existence or whether but they sort of make very, very good models, and you pay a very good price for them. I think it is Sutton. Am I right? Sutton's Locomotive Works, Kingscliff. Rail exclusive model railways. Maybe they only done the 24 and 25. Maybe it was just a special. Yeah, because all that's coming up is railexclusive.com. I don't know. Maura had pad thai for dinner, very nice. Timber surf sub to leopard or leopard. I found a Lima Nova DB Blue and Cream second class coach. Cream second class coach. It's all Monarch Brian. Some things will be held for consideration. There's Hanning's Rest, model railway link. My channel isn't terribly interesting, to be honest. No live streams, just a few running sessions, mainly so the family can see how the layout is progressing. That's how a lot of us start. And to be honest, I find YouTube great to look back at my channel to figure out how I've done things. There's been more than one occasion where I've had to look back at my own video to see how I've done something. Summer's message was held as it mentioned foot fetish besides it. Makes me think, I just don't get it. That's all I have to say on that. Leslie said, Sutton just did the 24 and 25. Right, okay. Scott, don't put yourself down. Your channel's good and we enjoy watching the videos. Yeah. Anybody who puts train stuff up, you know, it takes a lot of effort to put a video up on YouTube, and it takes a lot of work and time. So if you want to do it, just do it. As I say, YouTube has become another hobby for me. That works in well with the model railways and doing these live streams on a, well, Saturday tonight, but usually a Thursday. Anyway, back to the food. What did I have today? Well, I was in Asda earlier on, and I really like the bacon and egg sandwiches that they have in Asda. I don't know if they have them in the mainland UK. There's a cold sandwich, egg and bacon. Really like that. And then for lunch, we got a local restaurant, and we got a chicken and chips with they put like a taco sauce on it, I think, with cheese and everything like that. That was really nice. And tonight, I don't know what I'm going to have. I did buy a cooked chicken when I was in Asda, because I like getting one of those, the extra tasty chickens from Asda, and some of their Tiger French bread, and just cutting that up and having that with the chicken. So I might have that later on. I was wandering down the cereal aisle and thinking, I fancy getting myself some cereal, you know, I sometimes like having a bowl of cereal in the evening. And I was looking around, and you know what I got? I got sugar puffs. I haven't had sugar puffs in years. And I just seen them and thought, I can have some sugar puffs. So they've been put in the cupboard. Everyone else has been warned not to touch them, that they're mine. So we'll see how long they last. Tom's working away there, putting all the links up, so please do check them out. Remember, if you subscribe to them, watch a video, give them a thumbs up, so you know they're out there. But speaking of food, I've been watching a few food review channels on YouTube. I know Gary Eats did a review of an Asda cafe and didn't like it. Well, Asda cafes are okay, they're basic, they're nothing exciting. You want to go in there and just have some hot food quickly, make you feel full up. As Pete says, Scott, your layout is for your enjoyment. So, yeah, enjoy it. Film it if you want. Put it up on YouTube. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Always accept constructive, or listen to constructive criticism, but don't listen to anyone who's just being plain old nasty. Raymond says, some women do have beautiful feet, but I don't get liking it that much. Right, okay. Obviously, Rob and Grace aren't here tonight, or they'd be straight in on this. John, I bet the pavements have been a pain, Scott, but the end results will be impressive, yeah. Raymond said, from trains to fetishes to food. Bald foodie guy has some cheap nosh. Said Pete, couldn't agree more. Wow, YouTube Automod is really, oh, sorry, Flymo, I almost put you in timeout. Because I've got one of those splits that you get in the corner of your thumb, so it's quite sore, so it's a bit oversensitive on the phone pad. Yeah, I'd say the YouTube, because we're talking about fetishes and stuff, it's probably going, hang on, what's going on here? But we're not talking about fetishes. This all started when Simon mistyped food for foot. It says, hi Simon, Gary Eats did Boots the Northwest Better Supermarket Cafe. Only on this live would you get that kind of rarity, Raymond. There's Train of Thought is live, and Trains. The Train Fact Guy and Trains of Thought. Raymond says, my mother brought home leftover Mexican food from work. I have never seen so much pico de gallo. And Simon says, did I have some Scotch pies with my tea with chips? You can feed a whole regiment with that pico de gallo. Keep your hands off my puffer rice. Going to have chicken and noodle stir-fried after the stream tonight. Sounds nice. And Tom's annoyed himself because he forgot to buy a haggis for tomorrow. Mark Dunn's have the special on Weetabix 72 for €5. Oh, see, I usually get mine in Asda because the 72 box is a bit cheaper than it is this side of the border, but €5 that's a good price. Sugar puffs are too eaten by the hand, like popcorn, yeah. John Hollick, fish, oven, chips, peas, and gravy for us tonight. Stan over Model Railway, if you are really unlucky, I may be able to get a video out on the ballasting my track at some point next week. We'll send you all to sleep. Just get it out, Mark. Put it out. Show us how you do your ballasting. Normally about €10 for that box here, Flymo. Yeah, it is, yeah. Raymond, so once you start a childish joke, you can't stop. Flymo, Scotch pie is a mutton and rusk pie with a particular short pastry case. And Simon says to Leslie, for me, when my store used to have an Asda cafe, used to go there for breakfast all the time. Bacon, hash brown and black pudding on a roll, cob, bap, etc. We are all children. Never ever give negatives. If I don't agree with something, just don't comment. Yeah, that's a fair point. But if somebody's asking for help, then I will say, why don't you try doing it like this, or why don't you do it like that? David Green, Sugar Puffs. That was the ad with the Honey Monster. Yes, it was. Honey. It's hard to explain a Scotch pie. Double crust meat pie, traditionally filled with minced mutton, but now generally beef. There's two trains of thought, and then there's train of thought. I got a haggis for the first time in years. I was going to have it tonight, but things ran late. I remember trying golden nuggets, they were vile. If Pauline was here, we'd tell him to slap you. He isn't. You go to some bakers, you get the mutton pies. Out there in the region, Simon. Yeah, so another cereal I haven't had, and for some reason it just popped into my head, was Ready Brek. Growing up, you know, the advert where you'd have your Ready Brek and you'd have that glow around you on your way to school. I still eat supermarket own brand Frosted Flakes for breakfast most of the time. Oh, that's another one, Frosted Flakes. Normally I'm a 3 Weetabix man. That's what I have in the morning for breakfast. Used to be a staple at the football, half-time pie and bovril. Iceland sometimes have their mutton pies in their Greggs selection. Ooh. Oh, I do like getting a Greggs every now and again. I might get there, you know, the old pepperoni pizza slice, or the steak bake, or the cheese and onion pasty. All washed out with the Dr. Pepper, of course. If you want your kids to glow in the dark, move to Windscale. What time? Oh, we're coming up to 10 to 9. The evening's flying by. Have we still got everything running? Nothing's derailed so far. Well, anybody who's joined, we've got a Black 5 pulling some Pullman coaches with table lamps. We've got a Red Stripe 37 pulling 2 Virgin Mark III coaches. And we've got a Donegal rail car running around on the upper level, which is 009. The rest of it is 00 gauge. At the moment, the upper loop is running on DC. I will be converting that to DCC at a later date. And the lower level is DCC controlled using a GaugeMaster Prodigy Advanced 2 with the Wi-Fi adapter, which I've got my tablet connected to over there, so I can control the trains when they decide to work. I think it's time for a station announcement. Let me just put the mic on the 48. I hope this isn't too loud, so warning if anybody's on headphones.
The 1800 Enterprise service to Dublin is departing from platform 2, serving Portadown, Dundalk and Drogheda. That's platform 2 for the 1800 Enterprise service to Dublin.
I hope that didn't deafen anyone. Now Sellafield, I know, yeah. Scotch pies I had were from Greg's range from Iceland, but they only sell Scotch pies in Scottish creds. Chris Valley 66, mate of mine who was a rugby player, used to eat 12 shredded wheat with a pint of milk in a mixing bowl every morning. Oh my God. Aaronville's in the house. Good evening, Aaronville. How are you doing? Yeah, exactly. That's Andy Sellafield. I remember the accident and they changed the name. Yeah. Very funny, Tom. Well, I take it he was a regular at the club. Enterprise service to Dublin. Make it so. Hi Adam, sir. Okay, on Wednesday we're getting a new boiler installed. Ooh, that sounds sinister. They scream. Stanover, I used to eat Kelly's Frosties, but they were just too expensive now. So I eat Tesco's own, as they are actually much nicer, hell of a lot cheaper. Yeah. Leslie says, the Winscow accident was 20 years before the site was renamed. One of the power stations there was called Calder Hall. They got the pronunciation right, Mark. Well, I would hope so, seeing it's by Irish Railway Models, a Curascale, that they would get the the pronunciation right. Yeah, Maura, hello. Soon will be warm. Oh, it's not going to be warm for a while. They were threatening that there'd be a beast from the east in next week, but I think that's died down. We don't seem to be. I think we have 1 or 2 nights next week. It might go below freezing. We got extra oil in and coal and logs in just in case. Aaronville says, hi Pete, saw your video. You have 2 more lovely engines. Thanks for the reply. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, you're getting the new boiler in. That's why you said it soon be warm. Sorry. Silly me. Yes, because I remember you saying, yes, the boiler broke a week or 2 ago, wasn't it? There's more reactors around the country than it's really talked about. Yeah, you only hear talk about them when something goes wrong. I can smell spring coming, yes. If I did Irish Railways announcements, people would be like, oh, there for you, as I butcher every single name. Yes, when you came over and done the dart, there was a few mispronunciations, Simon. I was watching it going, oh, he should have got me to come down. No, that's not how you say it. Better get a Vic inhaler, Pete. Yeah, it broke on January 3rd, a day after my birthday, but hey, still here. And all the live streams keep me warm. I've got this vision of you, Aaron, just sitting in a room somewhere with a blanket wrapped around you and hot water bottles and just shivering. Well, Simon, you have to do it, ask Gaeliga. Yeah. Me too, Simon. The next stop will be Dunleary. And Pete says, thank you for your lovely comment, Aaron. The nuclear power station near here, now closed, Chapel Cross, was a cover for making weapons-grade nasties. Ooh. John Holly says, can't believe it's been nearly a month without the boiler, Aaron, especially with how cold it's been. Gary's asking, Simon Trains, did you go to the Bristol Model exhibition? You're exactly right. Blankets and hot water bottles. Have you a camera in my lounge? Pete says, be confident, Andy, I'm right. Yeah. I don't know, here in Donegal, spring doesn't really start to, I don't know, April, because we're just that little bit further north. And it seems to be April, like it's still cold around St. Patrick's Day, which is the middle of March. But come sort of mid-April, May, it starts to feel warm up, and that's when things start to grow. Because I always get ahead of myself planting stuff, and then it just sits there and it just goes, no. Most Eurostar personnel can't pronounce, oh, here we go. I should know how to pronounce this. Schiphol Airport. No, that's not right. Never cast a clout, Pete. Oh. Simon Trains, Leicester Station, TMD. I did, yes. I don't get that it's the Sister Model Railway Exhibition, but people call it Bristol Model Railway Exhibition. My snowdrops are out. Oh. It's bright here until 5:45 now. Well, you're down in the tropics of Kerry there, Maura. We're a little bit further north up here. Clive, what area of the country are you actually, do you live in? Oh, Tom's snowdrops are out too. February is when we get walloped usually, yeah. And Mark Stanover is, I will probably go to the Earth Model Row exhibition tomorrow, providing I don't get up too late in the morning. Finland, right. Now I have to go over to my computer and Google map that to see whereabouts that is. It's my geography on the UK isn't great. I've heard of it, and I feel like I should know where it is. Oh, it's over there. Near Peterborough. Closer to Peterborough than Norwich. Yeah, right. I can't pronounce it either half the time. Leslie said I went to the Kendall exhibition today, wasn't bad. Clive lives in Holland, given a strong enough storm. You got to be careful how you say that airport, Mark. Yeah, the lowlands like Holland. Anyone going to the Key Model World live event at the NEC? When is that on? Well, I don't think I will be because I've done far too much traveling last year. I'm heading over for a show, one show, I think, and I don't think I'll be going over anymore. Holland is in part of Lincolnshire. Simon says, speaking of nuclear power stations, I watched a YouTuber, Finn Jones. He was vlogging down a path next to Sellafield, but he got to the next station on foot and police appeared to ask questions. Laura says, been a good year for Kerry so far. Won all the club and All Ireland's, and Jessie Buckley won the Golden Glove and nominated for Oscars. Where I live, Mark the Fens. Oh, right. It's in April, is it? Doncaster on the 7th to 8th. Yeah, as I say, my geography on the UK is, I know where the major sort of cities are roughly, but as for most of the counties and areas, not too familiar. Maybe the right place for me. I might be of Dutch descent. Timbersef, I used to work in nuclear years ago. I only grow slightly when it's dark. Model Rail crew is looking good this year with people attending. Timbersurf, give me my pun book back also, hello. Simon, you have to be careful around Sellafield. Years ago, I was requested to leave the foreshore beside Sellafield Station. That was before the police there carried weapons. Huh. Timbersurf, real name Polonium Smith. All right, what are we doing? Oh, it's 9 o'clock, so I'll keep going to about 9:30 if you can put up with me that long. Let's see, you got any questions? Pop them into the chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me and subscribe if you're new here. I presume Rob and Grace are working tonight. I thought they might have popped in, or maybe they're working in the shed and So I know they were ripping up large parts of their layout. Actually, let's, there's a bit of a lull. Let's get my back-to-back tool. And just put it on. Back-to-back appears to be okay. Might be a little bit on the loose side. Give them those wheels a clean, so I'll put it in there so I can do that. Oh, Simon's off. Last SJ Chamber. Take care, Simon. I'll catch you again. I've been inside the core of Dungeon SC before they fueled it. Oh, really? Or so they said. As soon as he explained what he was doing, they had no issue. They were in earlier, Mark. Oh, were they in earlier? I must have missed them. Yeah, so they would have jumped straight in at the foot fetish comment. There would have been no... Oh, I got one of those cameras that John JMC uses, because I contacted him to see what they were, and I got one here. I was messing around with it earlier on. So it's one of those, so that I was testing it, so I can put it in a building and have it hidden. So I'm going to see how that works, and then probably get another couple, so the layout will have cameras, if you like, permanently wired up to it. Go back in there. Simbersef, the nuclear work never affected my genes. I have 3 healthy kids, one of each. That's yeah, it is a tiny camera. He recommended I got the heat sink to put on the back, because he said they do get a bit warm to help dissipate the heat. The only thing is they've got like a fisheye lens on them. So I'm hoping when I start using OBS, I can go in there and I can sort of, if you like, edit the camera so I can take that sort of fisheye lens look off it. Yes, the talk of more power stations around the country is quite hot at the moment. I really wish they would put more investment into nuclear fusion and get that sorted out, because that would be an answer to a lot of Ireland, UK, Europe's problems. And then we could all go and get electric cars, because the power would be there to charge them. Let's see, Gibbon Railways, nuclear police do dog training days with mod police and country police at the station each year. Those dogs can really bark. Where did you find that camera? I can send you the link, Tom, because John JMC, he uses them on his layout, and basically got them on eBay. I think it was eBay, or was it Amazon? I'll send you the link anyway. It took me a while there, Timber, but got there in the end. The problem with fusion is that it isn't dual use, but yeah, they can't use what's left over to make nuclear weapons. Are you going to put the camera in a wagon, Mark? Well, Darren, was it, from Canadian Logistics? I would love to have what he has. a little wagon or whatever with a camera in it that transmits, so I can have it going around the layout during the live streams, transmitting. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. So I've done it with my GoPro, but the GoPro's too big. I've got the DJI Osmo camera, but I couldn't get that to work. You're supposed to be able to live stream from it to YouTube, but I couldn't get it to work. Well, my chat's completely gone. Anybody else have the Circle of Doom come up at all this evening? But I have to admit, it's hard to find trousers for one. We have to modify them for his tail. With the Scot naps being so anti-nuke power, it's a no-go here for now. That's why we don't have thorium reactors over. Yes, which means no enriched uranium. Kodak Cube is supposedly the best wagon camera. Yeah, but they don't make those anymore. That seems to be the really good one, but they've stopped making them. Roco had some locomotives with built-in cameras in the cab. No Circle of... but some dubious adverts. Well, Leslie, that's going to depend on what you've been looking up on the internet, because that's the adverts they'll be sending you, so... What you get up to in your private time, Leslie? Kodachrome against the light. Pete's off, calling it, guys. Thanks for the great live, Mark. You all stay safe out there. Yeah. Chat to you again, Pete. And don't forget, head over and check Pete's channel out. And Raymond says, it was a Trax, if I can remember. Anyway, I came over here to see if I could find that link, because I'll stick it into chat. Yes, it was eBay. Oh God. See, I can't talk and do something at the same time. So I should actually just sit here and read the chat. There, someone check that link to see if that works. That's the for the camera. Where are we? The girdle is not a problem either. Skirts are fine with 3 legs. So nobody else had the Wheel of Doom then. Simon Drains Motor Railway. Saw yesterday that GNR Class Q number 131 had arrived at Whitehead Railway Museum. Of Lancaster and Yorkshire Railway Class 7 High Flyer. Yeah, there was 131 actually went back there a while ago. Because I know I think that's the one that Merlin 85 is the one the boiler expired on. And 131 is the one they were rebuilding, I think. Raymond Legs, only watch dubious stuff in incognito mode. Right, I'm going to say goodnight to Pete and Simon. David Gray, no Circle of Doom, but ads popping up all the time. David, are you watching on mobile? Because it seems to be, I think, only people who are watching on mobile are getting the ads. Well, the Simon said, are you watching on your... Link works, excellent. Watching on iPad, yeah, that could be what it... Joanne's off as well. Good night, Joanne. Take care. Thanks for popping in. I think it works fine. Excellent. I will just the opposite to anything I'd show curiosity for. And Brian's had no ads tonight. And Scott's got no ads. See, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's what region you're in or... But not everybody is getting ads popping up in the chat. And I don't get it. I've checked the settings my end and I can't see anything there. I think mobile, iPad and TV you get ads, but on computer or laptop you don't. I haven't heard of anyone getting it on the TV. I've heard mobile, so it must be only on the mobile app for phones and tablets, and not the app on TVs. Or maybe it is, I don't know. They are very basic ads, not video ads. Oh. And Mark Stanover's not getting any ads. I only get ads on the mobile, but only if I have to restart the app. It's bizarre. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Flyman doesn't get them because he pays for premium. Yeah. Has anyone seen the Peak go through a Leicester station today with a charter service? Plenty of videos. Ooh, no, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to look out for that. Yeah, I think after the stream I'll be going to get a nice big bowl of sugar puffs. Put that down there so it doesn't get damaged or bent or warp. I'll put all my scatter together. So I'll probably do a little bit of scatter up here tomorrow for next week's video. Yeah, don't forget, video out today on the work I've done on this so far. As I say, this is going to cover several videos whilst I do all the work on it. And then I don't know what I'm doing the rest of it. I don't know what I'm going to do for videos because that's going to be sort of rinse and repeat for the rest of it. I suppose the next thing after this, because the rest of it's just, I'm going to have a little sort of diorama here for interest, tunnel there, and of course the next big thing to work on will be the station and the TMD and the engine shed. So this is going to take up, this side here is going to take up a good few videos. As I said, I need to get the sofa out of here so I can move this about a foot that way so this screen can go down on the desk, because the desk is actually partly under the layout here, so it just needs to go that way about a foot. Plus the fact then, I measured it, when it gets around to that time of year again, the tree that we have in the window will actually fit here, because the base is 4 foot. So this will be 4 foot then for it to fit. So I won't have to move my layout. But saying that, if I want to get to the computer, I'm going to have to crawl under the layout to get to the computer, because there'll be a big tree here. Then I suppose I could just move the computer over to the side for that. As he says, every few minutes there's an ad on mobile. So the ad, when it pops up, just pop up in the chat, or does it pop up in front of the screen? Flannery says, I just watched from the browser, I don't have the app installed. And Simon says, Leicester Station TMD, I heard it's coming back to Crewe tomorrow. There's a link for the museum webpage, do check it out. John and Holly say, I normally watch on TV but comment on mobile via the YouTube app. And Gary says, I was going to go to Leicester Station today but still not 100% due to chest infection. If you've got any sort of chest infection, stay in, stay warm, don't go out. Because you just make yourself worse and you make it last longer. Stay in the warm and stay sit back, play with your trains. Josh says that's what I do sometimes from Greece. John O'Hara, I tend to just link my phone to the TV, though, and that way seems to stop me having any efforts. Oh. I saw a video of it there, short Gary, just before Mark went live. Get well soon, Gary, from Mark. Same here, John Holly, but no ads either. Ads appear between screen and chat. Yeah. I thought that monitor by the window was a reflection. No, that's my second monitor. Because obviously this is my workstation where I do, my work from, so that should be down on the desk. YouTube app bypasses any DNS you set up. Right. It's a block of flats down the hill. Yeah, I suppose it does look like that, doesn't it? All the icons on one side. There's Scott Wood's channel there. Head over there. Make sure you're subscribed. Put some music on, Gary Tunes, help you breathe more easily. Yeah. I don't care about ads unless it's AI or they are unskippable. Yeah. I tell you what, there is so much AI junk on Facebook. It's driving me nuts. Not that I go onto Facebook that often, but I go on there to post stuff on my pages, but and it's a lot of it is quite obviously AI, and then you see people commenting below it going, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, and other people going, this is AI. Raymond, I hate AI ads and AI slop documentaries, yeah. There's John Holly's channel, check them out, make sure you're subscribed. I'm sure with plenty of them dissing them. David Green pops up on chat every couple of minutes, have to press the little X to get rid of them. Yeah. Joshua, I never sit through unskippable ones, I refuse to watch them. Yeah. And there's the Facebook page for the Donegal Model Club. I did put an extra video out this week for to tell you about the club and what we're doing there at the moment. They're all awake and have no curtains. I hate all the AI Titanic related videos. Tell me about it, Mark, yeah. And there's a link for my channel. Thank you very much, Flymo. Fresno Jason, how are you doing? I'm not sure if I said hello to you yet this evening, but hi, welcome to the stream. Sorry, when I start a video and I hear that typical AI voice narrating, I click off and block it. Yeah. And like, the YouTube Shorts is so full of that AI generated nonsense. A lot of them used to be like Reddit stories, but now they seem to be just made up AI stuff, because when you listen to them, it doesn't make any sense. My gripe with AI is when someone gets posted, looks great for AI, and people think it's real and they want to visit the place. Yeah. Only use AI to chat with chatbots. That's where I think it's better off. And Fresno says, evening everyone. Some AI slop gets better views than genuine videos. A guy who does beer and pub videos got a quarter of the views of AI one based on his. Yeah. Flymo's asking Jason there, Fresno. Jason, how did the competition go last night? Did you win anything? Don't forget to downvote Air Slop, yeah. And Jason says, been going through my rolling stock and motive power for the last hour or so. Oh, very good. And there's a link to Jason's channel, which I will just go over to my computer and make sure I am subbed. So Fresno's got 52 subscribers at the moment, so get over there and send them some love. My Hornby Class 60 sounds good and looks better with the missing horns replaced. It had a few hiccups and made me feel bad for Dave. I didn't win anything, but I'm totally fine with it. More train companies better not even think about using AI for their models. Yeah, AI is getting everywhere now, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's probably here to stay, but I think it's probably going to reach a peak and then it's going to die back to a certain level because people will just get fed up with it. And there's Mark Stanover's link. Go over there and check him out. Fresno Jason, I'm in the process of getting things in order so I can start adding videos and maybe lives down the road. Very good. Let us know. Where are we? Summer Breeze, Monroy. That's true, Mark. I think like everything, AI is good and bad at times. If it's good, if it's used the right way. Well, it's like anything's good if it's used the right way. All the folks in India and Dakar, quite an audience. You're very welcome, Jason. No problem for a shout out. Thanks for posting the link to my channel, Adam. AI content needs to have a big red marker on it, yeah. There's some stuff with AI that is useful. I may be as brutally honest YouTube coach as I can use it to brainstorm tight ideas or bounce off ideas for YouTube. Yeah, I was saying about my thumbnails to Becky, my missus, saying I'm just not very good at it, at, you know, having those thumbnails, and she used some AI to make one up for me. I'm just seeing, I think it's on my other phone. So I could show you. I thought it was quite funny because obviously she put in Donegal dad trains, and what it came up with was just like, what? Just bear with me a minute, guys. It doesn't let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there it is. There. Ooh. Like, I wouldn't mind, but none of them are Irish trains. Some of them, in fact, even look a bit American. So, have you seen that thumbnail? Would you click on it? Oh, dear. Where was I? Hot dog pilot Andy, if I ever appear 6 foot tall, you know AI is up to tricks. Leicester Station Andy, Mark, Captain, how is the river going that you did a couple of weeks ago? There's Michael McCarville Studios, link to his channel. Raymond says, I remember watching a channel that seemed to be giving good info until I saw the videos they stole and it did not match the narration, yeah. Ironville, my lodger came in the room, presented me with some slices of red melon. I said thanks, though I really wanted hot apple pie and hot custard. Some of them look Russian too. Mark can always put you on his rack, Andy, if you want to be taller. Was it even your pick? And there's the merchandise link. I'd expect there to be river dancing if I saw a channel with that thumbnail. What the hell was that, Mark? Fresno J's waiting for the wife to get back from Hobby Lobby so I can see if she found the glue I was after. Guess that thumbnail was having the crack. Oh dear. They really made an AI picture of your channel. Yeah, my missus Becky, she put it, because I was saying about I'm not very good at making thumbnails. She said, oh, I'll put it into Chat GPT, and that's what it came up, that's what it spat out, and I was just like, I'm not using that. Sorry, the wife offered me her rack, and I've never been the same. The same channel's videos about Lima trains was mostly right information until halfway through. There are a few Donegal XX channels now, yes. President Jason, I really want to finish the telephone poles I'm scratch reading. Need the glue. There's always that annoying thing when you set an evening, right, I'm going to go do this in the evening, and you sit down and you start doing it and you realise there's something you forgot and all the shops are closed and there's nothing you can do and you're like, ah. The idea for that is to get a photo of yourself to attach into Chat GPT and then ask to create a thumbnail. Oh Lord, yeah, that's the worst. Do you know what? I might do that just for the crack. Put my picture in, see what it comes out with. Oh, we're at almost 9:30 now, guys, so I'm going to start finishing up the stream. Thanks very much for coming in and keeping me company this Saturday evening. Hope you guys get on with your modelling over the weekend. Don't forget, Hot Top Pilot Andy, you on tomorrow? Let me, I'm sure Flymo or somebody can stick the link in. Ernville, be right back. Go for a hot cup of tea and refill 3 hot water bottles. Oh, I'll be going in a minute now. Ernville. I've been there a few times, start a project and get to a point and I'm like, oh. Yes, Andy. Andy is on tomorrow, so there's Hot Dog. It's live tomorrow. It's about 1 o'clock you go on, isn't it, Andy? So there's a link to his channel, so he'll be live tomorrow. If you want to pop in there, 1 o'clock UK time. So everyone enjoy the modelling. If you still want some more of me, you can watch the video I released tonight on doing this here. I think it's only about 10 minutes long. So yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Thanks for keeping me company. Be back to normal next Thursday, hopefully. And yeah, check out the videos put out this week. One on Donegal Railway Club and the one I put out tonight. And I will catch you all you guys and gals on Thursday. So enjoy your modelling. And I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.